Coaches, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've had anything on, and that's because I've got a new job. I'm now the head football coach at Searcy High School, which is a 6A school in Arkansas. It's a great school, great place to be. But doing that has obviously taken up a lot of my time. So I've got a little bit of time this afternoon to go through a few videos we'll talk about this week. So again, if you want more information about stuff I'm talking about, you can go to my website, fbcoachsimpson.com, or you can email me, fbcoachsimpson@gmail.com. So if this kind of gives you more questions, feel free to reach out. I'm a little bit limited on time, but I'll do my best to get back with you if I'm able to. So this week I'm going to spend my time talking about what you do when you get a new job. These are things that I'm going through right now, so I'm putting my own materials into practice. So a 30, 60, 90 is a plan of action. For me, because I got a job pretty much in the middle of June or late June, that is condensed down to where I've got to do things a lot quicker. And of course, with the uncertainty with COVID, makes it a little more difficult also. But the idea is to lay out a plan of action of things you need to accomplish in your first little bit on the job. I'm not going to go into details of my job specifically, but I'll go through a few of the things that I'm working through. And so each day we're going to talk about one part of this plan. So inside of this, and by the way, if you'd like to get this entire 30, 60, 90 day plan, it's on fbcoachsimpson.com. I think it's just a couple dollars, and then you'll have the format. You can make it work for you however you want to. But inside of this, it talks about how you're going to deal with your coaches. What's your plan of action dealing with your coaches? Plan of action dealing with your players? Plan of action about how you're going to work with your administration and find out what's going on there. Plan of action for communication, how you're going to communicate, and that's very difficult, especially in times like we're going through right now. And then your plan of action with community. What are you going to do with community relations? You know, that could be anywhere from newspaper, media type people to boosters to people that support your program. So today we're going to focus on coaches. So when you take a job somewhere, a lot of different situations, so I can't speak to your situation. I'll just talk about general types of things you're going to walk into. So either you're going to walk into a situation where maybe you can bring people in with you, or you're going to walk into a situation where you're inheriting people, or like me, you might have both, you know, where I was able to bring some and I'm inheriting others. So when you walk into situations like that, inside of your plan, you need to know really, really quickly how you're going to get to know those coaches, to assess strengths and weaknesses, to move them to positions where they can be successful in your program. And then off of that, if you're able to hire where you need to hire. My philosophy has always been pretty simple with coaches. I've always tried to hire the best person I can possible, and then we fit positions around that, because I feel like if you hire good people that have great traits, then you can form a good staff and move people around. But inside of this, when you're reviewing your coaches, it's not just X's and O's. Obviously, that's a big part of it, but also personalities. You know, is the guy very energetic? Is he an outgoing coach? Or is more of an X and O coach? A film guru type guy? Somebody who understands maybe academics. And so you need to see what these coaches' strengths are. So as you're able to hopefully hire people to come in, you can supplement and complement those. And then for me, after I've filled out my full staff, I now know what role I've got to fill in. You know, I left a staff where I had a lot of younger, really energetic guys. And so I had to kind of be the X and O guy. I had to be that role. I'm moving into a staff with some more established coaches that are pretty good in that area. And so now I've got to change a little bit of how I work to make sure that we're fitting all the gaps and we're able to reach different people. So that's the first thing I think you've got to do inside of your plan is, inside the first 30 days, you need to assess what you've got, bring in anybody you're going to get. Then at that 60-day mark, which we're coming up on at Searcy, start working on getting a coach's manual set up with exactly what roles they're going to play on and off the field. And hopefully by 90 days in, you kind of got some continuity and guys understand where they are. And for me, that's also not just a senior high staff, that's also working with what do I have in the junior high? What kind of coaches am I working with there? Where do I need to help them? where are they pretty solid, and then all the way down for us, also in the 7th grade. And then the next phase for me will be starting to assess the youth. Our youth program is not associated with our school, so it's a little bit different, but assessing all the way down where you need to put good people. Because I've learned a long time ago, if you're having to do everything, then nothing is going to get done as well as it should. And so try to find really good people to put in key places, and then give them the vision you have and allow them to be successful. And that will pay off in the long run. So first part of the 30, 60, 90-day plan, the coaches. Assessing, possibly bringing in, possibly moving different assignments where they need to go to fit what you want to fit. Inside of that, I didn't face this in my most recent job, but you may face some situation where you need to remove a coach. You'll need to start working on how that's going to work with documentation, where you're going to move them to, how you're going to absorb the hit, or if you can bring from without. Fortunately for me, I didn't have that, but I know that there's a lot of times where that can be the case. So first part of 30, 60, 90, coaches. Tomorrow we'll talk about how you assess your players, and then on Wednesday, administration. On Thursday, communication, and then finally on Friday, community and other outside forces that are big with your school. Appreciate you guys' time. Like I mentioned, if you have any questions, you can email me, fbcoachsimpson@gmail.com, or if you actually would like the format that I use and you can tweak it to your own, you can go to fbcoachsimpson.com and get it there. Thank you.